Hi, my name is Sylvie. I'm a certified health coach and fitness trainer. In today's video, I am taking you along on a 3-day juice fast that I am going to be doing. I'm going to start with giving you some guidelines and some information about the juice fast. And then I'll just have a few clips as I go through the fast over the next 3 days. And I'll tell you about how I'm doing and the juices I'm making, this sort of thing. So let's start by talking about why I want to do a juice fast. I know that in the fasting world, a lot of you may be keto and you may think that juicing is not really a great option. We hear a lot about how juices can raise your blood sugar because they don't have any fiber, and you should avoid them, basically. And I'm sure that in some cases this is true, because I couldn't even do juice fast myself in the past. I have tried many times before I started with intermittent fasting, and I could never get past one day. Like, I felt awful, and not because I was detoxing or anything like that, but I felt starving. I just needed something to chew on, and I felt miserable. So I never went beyond one day. And I think part of this is that, yes, if you are somewhat insulin resistant, maybe juicing isn't the best option, juicing alone. And so that's something I want you to consider if you're watching this video and you're thinking about doing a juice fast. Pay attention to how you feel during the whole process, and also pay attention in general how you feel. If you struggle with food cravings all the time and you have a hard time stopping eating when you start, these are signs that you may be struggling with some mild insulin resistance, and maybe a juice fast is not the best way to deal with that from the start. If you want to look at other options, I would look into the fasting mimicking diet. That's what got me started with intermittent fasting, and that's really what changed everything for me. So look into the fasting mimicking diet. You can check my site. I have tons of information about that and a lot of meal plans that you can follow. Otherwise, if you are healthy and you just feel like flooding your body with whole food nutrition for a few days, give it like ultra digestible nutrients, I feel like a juice fast is a great option. And that's why I decided to do it myself. I've been feeling amazing. I am at my goal weight. But since I have been feeling amazing and since I am at my goal weight, I feel like I haven't been as careful with my diet. And this juice fast is kind of going to be a way to give my body tons of nutrients, and it's kind of like a test. I want to see how I feel and how it goes, and I'll share all that with you. And another option, if you like the idea of doing a juice fast, but you're wondering if you're going to be able to stick with it, you're wondering if you'll want food too bad and if you'll feel too terrible, like I was describing for myself, there are some alternatives. You can still get the benefits of giving your body tons of nutrients with easily digestible foods using juicing, but adding maybe a large salad to your day or a smoothie. So I talk about that as well in my blog post if you want to check it out. Okay, lastly, before I get into the grocery part of the fast, I want to talk about juicers. If you don't have a juicer already, you may be wondering what type of juicer you need to get. And you don't need to spend tons of money. There are decent juicers for $150 or so. The two brands that are most often recommended are the Breville and the Cuisinart. So you could look into these two options. My juicer is a masticating juicer. I have the Omega juicer, and I love it. If you have about $300 to invest on a juicer, that's the brand I would recommend, the type of juicer I would recommend. It's amazing. The pulp is really dry when I juice anything. It juices even leafy greens really well, and so that's the one I would recommend. Okay, so now groceries. I picked some really simple recipes for the juices that you can find on my website. And what I'll be doing, I didn't really know how much juice I want to drink for each day. So I'll just be making a huge amount and drinking it throughout the day. And if I'm still hungry and I want more, I'll be making another recipe, a huge amount of it. And I know that my children will want to drink some as well. So I didn't really write quantities. If you look at the grocery list on my blog, I just bought a ton of all the veggies that I needed. I don't really know if I'll use it all, but I came home, stuffed everything in our second fridge, and we'll see what's left at the end of 3 days. I really recommend that you strive to buy as much organic as you can. It's fairly easy to find organic produce these days. It's not even that much more expensive anymore. And so buy as much as you can, particularly your apples and your celery, your lemons, because in my recipes, I recommend that you put the whole lemon in your juice, including the skin. You'll see that most of my recipes use some fresh ginger root. So that is amazing, not only for nutritional benefit, but it just gives your juice a lot of flavor as well. But I actually ended up buying turmeric, not ginger, so that's also another option, right? Turmeric is like a superfood, so if you want to buy turmeric instead of ginger, you can do that. And I think I may even put some pepper in my juices, because you may know that adding pepper to the curcumin makes it a lot more potent. So don't forget to use pepper as well. I think that's about it for today. I'll shoot another short video tomorrow. I'll tell you how my day went, and if I think of anything else to share, I'll do that as well. I am on day 2 of this juice fast, and I have to say I am quite surprised at how easy it felt yesterday. I wasn't too sure, because when I tried in the past, it was so difficult, and I didn't really know how it was going to go this time around. But I did not find it difficult at all. I was quite full. The juices were plenty, and I actually felt full. The only time that was a little bit difficult was probably around dinner time. When I was losing weight with intermittent fasting, I would typically stop fasting around 4. So obviously I made an association between a dinner time and eating food and a family meal, and that time felt a little bit more difficult, but I mean, I just drank more juice and felt fine. And in today's segment, I just want to talk a little bit more about the juice recipes that you'll find in my blog posts, and also the quantity of juice that you will need to make. So I would figure I probably drank 3 to 4 liters of juice throughout the day. And yeah, it was tons. So basically, if you do that, you need to make juice only twice throughout the day. It doesn't take tons of time, so it's very doable. In today's video, I'll be making the pineapple recipe that you'll find on my post. I will not be doubling that one because it looks pretty huge. There's a whole pineapple and like 3 cucumbers. So yeah, I'm definitely not doubling that one. And there's also a bunch of fresh herbs in this particular recipe, as well as many other recipes. If you are juicing, I really recommend that you use herbs as much as possible. Herbs are a really powerhouse of nutrition. So it's easy to add to your juices, and they will add tons of nutrients to your juices. Okay, so let's get started with today's juice. I know pineapples come in really different sizes. This one was actually a pretty small pineapple. And this is, after coring it and peeling it, this is what I have. And the bunch of celery is organic. I find them smaller than the conventional ones, so this is about how much celery I have. These are the fresh herbs and my 3 cucumbers. Let's get juicing. Here we go. The pineapple juices are one of my favorites. They are so good. I am on day 3 of my juice fast, and technically I should probably have filmed this video tomorrow because I'm not quite done, but it's the afternoon, so I'm really close to the end, and I just won't have time to finish this video tomorrow, so I decided to finish it today. In this segment, I'm just going to give you a bit of an overview of my juice fasting results. As I said yesterday, I was feeling great on day 1. I felt great on day 2 as well. I still feel good today. I did drink more on day 2. I felt hungrier. I probably had like at least 6 liters of juice. I didn't really keep track, so that's about 1.5 gallons. I don't really pay attention to how much juice I'm drinking. I just make more when I want more, and that's the end of it. So that's just an estimate. Yeah, so my energy level is great. I sleep really well as well, but that's not really different than usual. But as far as other results, a lot of people might want to try a juice fast for weight loss. And since weight loss wasn't my goal, I was drinking tons of juice, which has a lot of calories, and I didn't lose any weight. But I am at my goal weight, and I don't struggle with bloating or anything like that. Can't really compare to maybe if I had that issue, I would have seen an improvement. I don't know. One thing that I did notice is I think my skin looks clearer. I took some before and after pictures. It's really hard to try to get the same lighting, but it does look like there's a difference. That makes me want to be really careful tomorrow when I start reintroducing foods. Go gradually and see if I can keep that nice glow going. But apart from that, that's pretty much it. I really enjoyed this 3-day fast, and I think doing this sort of thing is really helpful to kind of like reset your taste buds and get over a hump where maybe you're not eating as healthy. So that's what I used it for, and that's what I feel it has accomplished. I am really happy with the results and the way I've been feeling. And so I hope you will try it if you find that that is the right option after going through my blog post. And I hope you enjoy the juice recipes. They're really, really amazing. And actually, I did want to mention this Powerhouse Juice today because I made it for the first time, and it has garlic in it. I love it. I really recommend you try this one. It's so, so delicious.